The following presentation is on Avancemos, nivel 1, vocabulario de unidad 2.1. Be sure to repeat after me. Also be sure to listen and take notes of any additions or any little helpful tips that I add to the video. This first set of vocabulary is on telling time and discussing daily activities. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? Es la, son las. These two phrases are what you use to answer the question, ¿Qué hora es? Remember that es la is used when it is 1 o'clock. Right? Also remember that you will say es la una. This is because hour or la hora time is feminine. For all other times you will say son las. ¿A qué hora es? ¿A qué hora es? As you see here, this question has a lot in common with the question we just did. Only difference is we are asking at what time something happens. For example, at what time is the flight to Atlanta? ¿A qué hora es el viaje a Atlanta? A la or a las. In the previous slide, I asked the question, ¿A qué hora es el viaje a Atlanta? To answer the question, I would say, a las 8 menos 29. De la mañana. De la mañana. In Spanish, you would not use the phrases AM, nor would you use PM. To be specific with whether it is morning, noon, or night, we would use these phrases after we say the time. So, for morning, it would be de la mañana, de la tarde, de la noche. Por ejemplo, si usa aquí, we can say son las 9 de la noche. La hora, la hora. El minuto, el minuto. El horario, el horario. Menos, menos. Y cuarto, y cuarto, y 10, y 10, y media, y media. The next set of vocabulary is on school subjects. These are the subjects that are included in the chapter. There are more, which you will find in the list of extended vocabulary in the back of the textbook on page R3. El arte. El arte. As you see here, there's a note added. Arte is femenina. But when we are saying it using the article, we use el. This is just like a word we had before, agua. Remember, agua ends in A and is feminine, but we say el agua instead of la agua so that there's no confusion between the words la agua and the actual word lagua. All right, the same is done for this. This is el arte, just so that you don't have to say la arte. Las ciencias. Las ciencias. El español. El español. La historia. La historia. El inglés. El inglés. Las matemáticas. Las matemáticas. Hopefully, you realized that all of those classes were lowercase. In English, we put our classes in uppercase, but in Spanish, you do not. The next set of vocabulary is on classroom activities. Contestar. Contestar. Enseñar. Enseñar. Llegar. Llegar. Necesitar. Necesitar. Sacar una buena nota o sacar una mala nota. Tomar apuntes. Or you could say tomar notas. Usar la computadora. Usar la computadora. Other words and phrases. Casi. Casi. ¿Cuántos or cuántas? I'm sure you realize that this is an O and this is an A. ¿Por qué? I bet you know why. Difícil. Difícil. En. El examen. Or if it's plural, los exámenes. Remember, an accent is added to make sure that we pronounce this word correctly. Los exámenes. Fácil. Fácil. Hay. Muchos or muchas. Tarde. Tarde. Temprano. Temprano. Tener que. Tener que. When you see this phrase, we do not want to separate the words in order to find the meaning of this phrase. Tener, the verb, means to have. Que, without an accent mark, means that. But this phrase does not mean to have that. This is what we use when you say to have to, as in, I have to do something. I have to do homework tonight. I have to babysit my brother. Or, tengo que ir al baño. I have to go to the bathroom. Frequency words. These are words we use to describe how often we do something. These are important when you want to enhance your writing and your speaking. Siempre. Siempre. Muchas veces. Muchas veces. Nunca. Nunca. Todos los días. Todos los días. Mucho. mucho. De vez en cuando. De vez en cuando. This is the end of our vocab. Make sure that you practice your pronunciation as often as possible, because with perfect pronunciation comes perfect spelling. Adios.